You know that phrase, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And this is something that we use in a lot of areas in our life. I am just getting back from a buzzing level of a coffee chat with a new friend, and we are already scheming something new to bring to the world. So excuse my haphazard self, but we got to be on time for our weekly sexy pep talk. My name is Erin Kaley. I'm a sex and relationship coach and mentor, and we're just leading the path on self seduction. We're tapping into this feeling of feeling turned on. And today's topic is really going to be talking about how we do that this week. So, this week, I really want to talk about something that's been circulating in my conversations, like always. This chat that I just had, she is a photographer and she was talking about doing her personal brand photography and working with clients on seeing themselves as the women that she sees them as. We all know a lot of us are like, okay, we're not photogenic, we're not photogenic. Again, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And a lot of times we we mind this moral, we mind this principle when it comes to other people, but we're not necessarily honoring it when it comes to ourselves. The kinds of things that we say to ourselves on a daily basis are things we would never be caught dead saying to a best friend. Like, let's be honest with ourselves here. The kinds of things you're like, oh, look at that, you know, bit of cellulite, like, oh, you're too overweight, you need to lose some pounds. Like, whatever it is, like, it's so unkind. It's so unkind. You would never put that on the group chat to a friend that you love. Like, you would never do that, would you? So why do you use those words of detriment to yourself? Like, why would you use those words with yourself? Like, we are our worst critics, but we don't have to be. So this morning is a perfect example. I'll be sharing this on my Instagram soon because it's just beautiful. So this morning we had paddle practice. I got my butt handed to me. I don't know if it's because I'm on my third day of my cycle, but my hand-eye coordination was totally off. Anyway, we sat down. I sat down with a couple of my girlfriends. One of them is doing spring cleaning right now, and she brought us a whole bag of goodies, like all the good stuff. And I'm so excited to go through it. And she's like, "Hey, one of our friends took the hot pants." Later that morning, she sent us a photo and said hot pants and sports bra, and she looked like a freaking hottie patati. And she's been going through and like doing keto and making all of her, getting to where she wants to be with her body. But it was so refreshing because, of course, she sent the photo, and I'm like, summer ready, you look freaking hot. And then our other friend was like, hottie, hottie, hottie. And she came back and she's like, "Thanks, girls. I'm going in the right direction." And it was so refreshing to not have it's not even just her, it's like all of us, like we backhand comments. We're like, "Oh yeah, but I need to lose more pounds. Oh yeah, but like it's kind of like grabbing a little bit right here." Or, "Oh yeah, but come back in a month and then you can call me that." Like, no, I'm calling you hot right now because this is what I feel like you are. And we need this level of hype. What if we saw ourselves as everyone else sees us? What if we saw ourselves not as everyone else sees us? What if we saw ourselves as a person who thinks the highest of us, who sees the beauty that we are? What if we thought about ourselves in the way that this person who loves us does? What kind of transformation would that be? I mean, mind blowing. And the way that she accepted that compliment in the group chat today was amazing. And she piped back, and I was like, "You know what? Cheers to you. Like, thank you so much for not backhanding that compliment and just owning it." She's like, "Well, it wasn't the first thought I had." Well, yeah, because your inner critic always wants a place at the table. Your inner critic is always going to be there. Personal development, self-seduction, like all these things that we're doing to like build our identity and build our confidence and our superpower and our turn on does not make the inner critic just go away. It just makes them quieter. And it also is helping you hear the inner critic and not identify with the inner critic. So you're letting your inner critic, whatever you call them, my name for her is Beatrice. So when Beatrice has something to say, I'm like, Beatrice, not now, or shut up, Beatrice. Erin, I feel great. I feel great in this outfit. I feel hot. I feel beautiful. I feel energized. I feel this, to really like step into who it is I really am, because I am not Beatrice. The inner voice is always going to be there. That like, nagging, picking you apart, whatever. The point is not to listen to her or him or whatever. Don't listen to it. You can hear it, but don't take it in. That's your choice. That's the choice, is not to take what this inner critic, naysayer, whatever is saying and let it unravel you. Because that's the idea, is like stuff that person, stuff the inner critic's mouth with socks. We don't need to hear it. Like, they've had their piece. They're trying to get a spot at the table. We're not giving them a spot at the table. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's no reason to. And then you just get to move on. Then you get to decide. And so I was like, well, yeah, but the most powerful thing is you thought it, but you didn't give it a spot at your table, and you wrote something that made you feel empowered. That, thanks, girls, I'm going in the right direction. And that was just snaps. That was a snaps moment. We love that. We love receiving compliments. If you have a trouble receiving confidence or receiving confidence, if you have a trouble receiving compliments, then I have a tapping on my channel on this. So if that's you, absolutely do the tapping. Go so into depth. Okay, Vijay Kumar, we have a question. How to overcome performance anxiety. Okay, we're here talking about life, love, and sex, so let's do it. So one of the things we're going to, it's live, so this is what we do on lives. If you pop in with questions, I'm here to answer them. Performance anxiety really comes down to mindset. So you have to realize, like, your mind is like popping in, your mind is limited. Your mind is never going to support you thriving. It's going to support you surviving. So what does that mean? Right? So it means that your brain is not like, it doesn't want to take risks. It's going to be the voice inside your head like, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Oh, this can go wrong, and this can go wrong, and this can go wrong, and this can. Obviously, there's millions of things that can go wrong, but there's also things that can go right. There's things that can go great for you, but your brain's job is to keep you safe and keep you alive, and it thinks that everything out there is fatal, like it's going to kill you to go across the bar and talk to them. So if you have performance anxiety, you're just giving that voice a little too much space. You're giving that voice, that naysayer in your mind, too much space to run havoc inside your brain, and then you go to overthinking. I want you to come to peace. I want you to have a grounding practice that you can cement yourself into this energy. So one of the best things that I love doing with clients and my community is tapping. So let's just do a quick tapping on performance anxiety. How about that? Because I appreciate your question and I appreciate you being here live. Okay. And this goes for everyone because, yes, men particularly, when you have the packages, you do need them to perform. But maybe let's just take the pressure off of it. That's another thing too. Okay. Just all you have to do is just follow along and just tap on this fleshy part on the side. Even though I have performance anxiety, I love, accept, and forgive myself. I'm just putting so much pressure on myself. And when I put pressure on myself, I make it less fun. And being intimate and being sexy and having sex is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to feel like expression. It's supposed to feel like play. So what if I let it be more playful? What if I took the pressure off of performing and instead focused on having fun? What if I focused on feeling good, experiencing pleasure, giving pleasure? That's what I want to focus on. I don't want to focus on performing. I'm not an acrobat. Jeez. I'm not a paid actor or actress. Intimacy is about play. It's how adults play and explore themselves. So I'm choosing to see intimacy and sex as a place to play and explore myself. And so it is. Take a deep breath and release. How about I do a long form tapping on that in the future? I'll work on that. And so stay tuned on my channel. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of these, because these tappings are so great. Vijay, if you want to send me a message on Instagram, at erin.liveturnedon, then we can talk about it a little bit more so I can make sure that the tapping will hit all these little points that might be part of your experience. Performance anxiety sucks. It ruins all the fun. Don't let it be a showstopper. Don't let your inner critic be a showstopper. So good. So good. My computer is about to die. This live has been off the cuff, a little bit late, ongoing, 2 different topics. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great freaking week. Live turned on, plug into this amazing central energy that you all have inside of you, and stay tuned because we'll be going live next week at the same time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So join us and we will talk all soon. Thank you for joining me live, everyone.